Howdy folks, Corky Duke here. Bomber Crew is the game and Memphis Belle is the name. Now this is a brand new campaign I started. I'm going to do two things in this campaign. I want to honor the United States Air Force in the tribute campaign, just like I did with the U.S. Marines with two tribute campaigns. One called U.S. Marines, the other called Black Sheep, as in BMF 214. And I also did a U.S. Army campaign and a U.S. Navy campaign. This is my U.S. Air Force campaign. So basically, it's also going to be a training campaign. If you're new to this game and you want to learn, I'm going to show you step by step how to play this game, what you should do, what you should not do. Okay. Steam says I've got over 534 hours playing this game, so I think that qualifies me to give some advice on how to play this game. If you don't think so, let me know in the comments and say, screw you, man. But anyway, now here we go. Basically, we got the bomber here. Also, how I'm going to honor the Air Force is the crew of this bomber is going to be names of the actual crew of the Memphis Belle. So we got the pilot, Captain Robert Morgan, the engineer, top turret gunner, Eugene Atkins. They went through a couple of different top turret gunners, engineers. So I just settled on Eugene Atkins. Navigator is Charles B. Lighton. The radio operator, Bob Hansen. Tail gunner, John P. Quinlan. Ball turret gunner, Cecil Scott. Port waist gunner, Clarence E. Whitchell. Starboard waist gunner, E. Scott Miller. And the bombardier is Vince Evans. So let's take a look at the aircraft. And also, I didn't buy anything, so I'm going to show you the best things to buy. This is the absolute best things you can buy. This is what you start off with, how much money you start off with in this game when you start this new campaign in the American Air Force. So we've got the Memphis Belle, so I didn't have to do any nose art on this campaign. If you followed me, you know that I'm famous for doing nose art on a specific bomber that I do. And so I didn't have to do any nose art in this. I almost feel a little guilty about that, but that's all right. So anyway, what we're going to definitely do is we're going to buy gun turrets for the cheat guns. This puts more guns, more fire on enemy fighters as they're coming in. Also, we need fire extinguishers now for the engine. Now this is the best way to put out engine fires, okay? And so we can, by the end of the game, we'll have a total of 4 of them on the bomber. And so we can put out 4 engine fires with them. After that, you got to use emergency dive. If you don't have this and your engine catches fire on your first mission, you're screwed because your pilot does not have the ability to emergency dive to put out the fire. So basically what's going to happen is the engine's going to burn until it basically falls off. Now if that happens 4 times to all 4 of your engines, boom, you've got no engines. So that's why these engine extinguishers are very important to buy. And see, we're down, this is something else we need to get. We're going to get a 1-slot equipment rack. We're going to put a fire extinguisher there. We're going to change this to first aid kit. Now I usually have 2 first aid kits at all times. This what happens is that your crew gets injured, they go down, you have to get another crew member to administer first aid to them to get them back up. You've got about 1.5 minutes to do that. If you don't do that in that minute, the crew member dies and is not available to you anymore. Completely dies. You're going to have to replace them. Once you get back, if you get back to base, you're going to have to replace them with a different crew member. So anyway, and crew replacement. Now don't have much money left. However, we do have enough money to buy one thing, and let me show you what we're going to get. We're going to go into crew gear. We're going to buy the pilot a helmet. So we go to headgear. They've got flight suit. This is different flight suits you can have. Headgear. So what we're going to do is go down to pilot cap. Can't get the helmet yet. Black, yeah, right here. Black helmet. Mark 1. Okay, here it is. This will what this does is just give the pilot 10% armor. It slows the speed down, but you don't need the pilot to be fast. He's going to sit in his pilot compartment and fly the plane. So you don't need to have speed with him. You just need to have armor to prevent him from getting hit and going down and becoming injured. If you do that, the first thing you got to do is get somebody in that pilot compartment. If nobody gets in that pilot compartment, the plane goes into a dive and you can't move anybody on that plane. So this is why it's important to put more armor on the pilot than pretty much anybody else. Other crew members are going to want to have speed. So what we do is we can't give that helmet to everybody, just to him. So it's 150. That's going to leave us with $100. So, and I don't think we got enough. Yeah. Okay. So we can't do that. That's all right. So basically, we got everything we need to go out on our first mission. So let's go to the briefing. Now, the very first mission, the only mission that we can pick is Tunis. Later on, we'll have choices. So basically, Operation Torch has been a fine success. Now you got to consolidate our foothold in North Africa, the enemy holding out at Tunis. The stockpiling ammunition, let's send it up in smoke. Now, this is going to be an easy mission, obviously. If you get shot down in this mission, you might want to hang it up and not play again, because this game may not be for you. So I'm going to turn the volume down on all this stuff. Oh, excuse me. Because now, one thing I'm going to show you that's very important. Now, you can use numbers. I think it's the easiest. I put my 3 fingers on 1, 2, and 3. That means I can hit 1, 2, 3. 2 is the engineer, top turret gunner, which we're going to go ahead and put him in the top turret gun. 3 is the navigator. Okay, this also opens up the navigation map. Okay, 1 is the pilot compartment, so which is him right here. Okay, you want to push this lock. Okay, this locks the pilot in the pilot compartment seat. Okay, now notice I've still got him pressed, but I can't move him around anywhere. Take this navigation point out, and now you can move him around. If he gets out of his pilot seat while you're flying, the plane will go down. You've got to get somebody into that seat. So lock him in there, okay? And what we're also going to do is we're going to send the bombardier, which is number 9, if you want to use the numbers, which I always do. To me, I mean, I use both, but to me it's just easier to hit the 9. And then I automatically go back to my fingers on 1, 2, and 3, which is easy because then I just boom, 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 and then I can, and then if I want to go to radio operator, I just move 1 over from 3. It's kind of like typing class. I don't know if y'all remember typing class. I do. I failed it, but I remember it. I remember some of the stuff I learned in typing class too. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and take off. We've got to take off. Now, we want to, once we get airborne, hitch 1 on your number and raise the landing gear. This is very important, okay? Your landing gear needs to go up. And this is called a navigation point. Hit the space bar and tag that navigation point. Tagging, you hit the space bar, this tagging mechanism comes up, and you can tag fighters. You have to tag fighters. If you don't tag fighters, your gunners will not shoot them down. So tag fighters, keep your eye on this radar right here. As soon as those green blips show up on your radar, tag them in that location, and they'll show up like they show up here. You know they're off in this direction here, and then look for them. So see, right there we go, our first fighter. Now, because he's tagged, the pilots or the gunners will shoot at him until he goes down. And the top turret gunner was the first guy to get a hit kill. Then we got a navigation point over here, so we tag that navigation point. Now we're heading towards the target, which is Tunis, which is, it zoomed, and that shows the big, Tunis is right in this area here. So now we can't do custom navigation right now. Later on, the navigator, as it gets more experience, will be able to custom navigate. And that'll be important in missions like course resistant supply drop, when we got to set our own course to the target. We don't want to use the navigation points that the game put in us. Here's another navigation point, so simply hit your space bar, tag it. And we got green dot up there. There they are. See? Now all the fighters, pretty much all of them with the exception a couple of 109. Hey, I missed one. There's 2 of them out there, and I missed one. There he is. You got to tag these fighters. Mostly going to be World War I Italian biplanes. That will change later on. That will definitely change later on. To the point where you're going against jets. And you can roll your, there it is. Roll your, if you lose an untagged fighter, roll your mouse wheel back to get a bigger look at it, and the green dot will pop up, and then you can tag it. Alrighty, and then F12 to screenshot anything. There's your target. So again, we got to tag the target. Now, to bomb the target, we have to move the bombardier to his navigation point, or his navigation seat. When you'll know that he's there when all this pops up. This is the bombardier's site, the bombardier's station here. Now, we're going to select the bombs that you want to use. In this case, it's going to be all of them. We've got to open the doors. Now, don't open the doors too early, because opening the doors will consume fuel. So when we got this green release button, your bombs are ready to be dropped. You just wait. And now, you want to put that target, and then boom, the target goes up. Make sure you close your doors, okay? Because otherwise you're going to use up fuel big time. So now we got this is called a recon photo. Most of the missions have at least one in them. Go to the British campaign, sometimes they got two of them. But so we're going to keep the bombardier in his station, because this is the button we need to take a photo. We've tagged it, so now we just got to get over it. And what this is a grass zeppelin. So, oh man, the pilot. So you see, these German fighters will sometimes target the pilot. So notice that he's taken half his health. So we got to get ready for this photo. Then we're going to head home. So just wait for it to get in our crosshairs, take the photo, and now we're going to head home. Got to tag these fighters. There are going to be taggers launching right from this chariot. So there's the photo out there. There's the navigation point. We'll tag that fighter, then we're going to get the bombardier back to a gun station so we can help deal with these fighters. Alright, they're looking good so far. Once you tag these fighters, the gunners will shoot them down, or the fighters will disengage. That's one of the two choices. If you don't tag these fighters will shoot at you until they shoot you down. I can guarantee you. So anyway. Alrighty. Boom, boom, boom. Now we got to tag these fighters. You want to make every effort to tag these fighters. We got to roll back. There it is. There they are. Where's the other fighters? Look at your radar screen to make sure you get a hold of those untagged fighters, and then tag them. We got to head for our base. Now this is a navigation point directing us home. Man, we're getting jumped by a lot of fighters. Keep an eye out for your crew. Notice the pilot's got half his health left. That could be a problem. If he takes too many more hits, that's going to be a problem. Especially flying low altitude like this. So what I'm going to do, how close are we to home? Yeah, we should be alright. Now, engineer, the electrical system is going down. Anybody can repair this stuff. The engineer is the guy who will repair it quickest. But it looks like we're good to go. And the electrical system operates the radar. So if the electrical system goes down, you're going to lose your radar. Now, we haven't lost the radar yet. So the electrical system's still somewhat working. But I have seen it where you got no radar. The electrical system goes down, you got no radar. You got no way of detecting incoming fighters, except with your visual. And your visual is not what you want to detect incoming fighters with. You want that radar. So anyway, he's almost got it fixed. So we'll get him in his place so we can land. And just tag the runway when it shows up. You can keep track of how far away you are by hitting your number 3 button. It brings up your navigator. And now we tag the runway, so we're going to land. Always make sure you check your landing gear. If your landing gear is black, you don't have landing gear. And you're going to need to follow emergency procedures, which I will explain what they are later. And I just saw a blimp with fighters on there. Are we really going to be attacked? Landing on base? This is something that's never happened before. Now they're disengaging. And the electric system goes down again. And now what you want to do coming into landing gear, you want to lower that landing gear when you're coming in for the runway to land. You got to lower that landing gear. So, and then make sure it's down. Everything's fine. Now the hydraulic system operates the landing gear and the turrets, not the electrical system. So if the hydraulic system is out, you're going to have to get that repaired before you can lower the landing gear, unless you want to do a belly land. The B-17 can belly land very well. The Lancaster and the British campaign cannot. Big difference. So that's completion of one mission, the first mission. And we get money and intelligence points. Now this is the intelligence points here. The more intelligence points we got, the more stuff we can upgrade the bomber with, the more crew we can upgrade the crew with, the more gear we can upgrade the crew with. So, and it'll give us a list of stuff that's up. And then it'll see, now we got new skills here. The engineers got boost and lean. Boost will increase the speed of the bomber. Lean will increase fuel mileage. So radio for recon for our radio, and then 4 of our gunners have got focus ability, which improves their accuracy when they're shooting at fighters. So that's basically what that's all about. And then it explains everything right here. So if you want to, and then this is all our new unlocks because of the intelligence points we got, which I believe these are unlocks at, I'm not sure what these are unlocks at, 220 I think, 2020, 2200, I'm not sure. But we got all this stuff for new unlocks because we completed this mission and gained the necessary intelligence points. Now here's the money we got. Okay, now we also, after the mission, you're going to want to check down here for these orange dots right here, especially here on training. This means one of our crew members is eligible for training. And what that does is it gives him a secondary ability. Okay, secondary abilities are going to be important, and every single crew member is going to have one as we progress. The bombardier's second ability is always going to be gunner. Okay, always going to be gunner. Forget about anything else. Make him a gunner. He's at the nose of he's at the very front of the bomber, and he's going to be operating the port and sheet guns. And this is going to give him abilities like AP ammo and stuff like that. Now we can go to the crew gear, go to the training. If you have any question about what each ability does, go here, and well, these are all locked. I'll show you now. If you want to retrain them, if you want to put on something else, hit retrain and confirm it, and then choose what else you want to put him on. I'll probably do that later on just to show you what that's like. So, but anyway, yeah. So this is, see, if you want to know what the training ability does, go into training, hit radio for recon, and it'll tell you radio for location of upcoming hazards will be revealed on the navigation map. That's the navigation map number 3 button that the navigator navigates by. So, and then let's see, what else do we got? No, yeah, okay, here we go. Lean, conserve fuel by using a leaner mix. Boost, get a boost of speed by using a richer mix. We're going to be using that in the missions coming up. Specifically Corsica resistant supply drop, but also radar array near Pompeii. Those are the missions where we're going to be using those boosts. And but anyway, and we may use them in some other missions too. But those are the 2 missions off the top of my head that I think that we're going to be using boost, because we're going to need to speed the bomber up and get it out of a particular area. But anyway, that's about it. You can look over your, wow, they shot down 17 enemy fighters. We did get jumped by a lot more enemy fighters than what I normally do on the first mission. I did notice that. And there's variations in this game. I've been playing this game for over 500 hours, but I still make mistakes. I'm human. You will make mistakes too. Don't let it bother you. You're going to make mistakes. Try and learn from them. Always try to learn from your mistakes. I've made several mistakes. I lost a Brady Bunch bomber because I didn't get somebody up into the top turret guns, because the bombardier and the top turret gunner both went down, and I had no more first aid kits, so they were going to die. And I was concentrating on trying to get the bomber home before their time expired, but I didn't do that. And as a result, I got sidetracked and didn't get somebody into the top turret gunner. And then fighters appeared from the 12 o'clock position. There was nobody manning the guns in the front of the bomber. And you can check this out. This is Mission 12 of Brady Bunch Bomber on my YouTube channel. Nobody was in those front guns. Nobody was manning the top turret gunner. Nobody was manning any of the cheek guns. And those fighters just shot into the bomber. It was already glowing red, so it means it was critically at a critical mission where any more shots, any more hits was going to destroy it. Boom, boom, boom. The tail falls off. The bomber goes down and lose all 9 crew members. The whole Brady Bunch got killed. So, well, you know what happens. But like I said, my mistake was not getting the left waist gunner, Bobby, into the top turret gunners sooner. I should have done that right away. But like I said, I know now in that situation to do that, get somebody in those top. That's why the guns in the front of the bomber are so important. So, but anyway, that should about do it for the first mission of Memphis Belle. CorkyDuke.com is my website. Like, comment, share my videos. I think I've got over 400 videos of this game played. So if you got any questions, you can watch those missions. A featured mission is the 15th mission, U.S. Marines, which is on my YouTube channel when you first go into it. And another mission you may want to check out where I destroy an untagged fighter with bombs is mission number 8 of the Three Stooges. So you might want to check that out if you have any questions about dropping bombs on a untagged fighter. You can do it. But anyway, so that's about it for this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Y'all take care. Bye. Mission number 2, I'm going to be doing this as a learning campaign, so I'm going to be doing one mission at a time. I'm not going to be live streaming missions together at the end of the week. So with one mission at a time, I'm going to try and complete it in 25, if not 25, 26 missions. And but anyway, and some editing may be required. It depends. This whole campaign is about teaching. So, but anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.